Female characters in westerns usually pretty stereotypical. Sometimes they're the innocent schoolmarm. Maybe they're the hard-as-nails saloon gal. Or maybe they're the romantic interest that just want their cowboy boyfriend to settle down, get married, and start a family. However, some films have broken that mold. This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. This is my closet, back in action, full of all the stuff that I love. And today we're going to look at two outstanding westerns with strong female lead characters. The first female-centered western I want to look at is Johnny Guitar. This is from 1954. Now the main character is named Vienna, and she owns a saloon, and she's also a landowner, and she's hoping that her land will become much more valuable because a railroad is ready to come through this small little town of hers. Outside the town, four men hold up a stagecoach, and some of the town officials think that those four men are her friends, so they come looking for these four men. Now, Vienna is played by Joan Crawford, and she is not your typical female a character in a western whatsoever. She wears pants, black shirt, a tie. She is a strong, independent businesswoman. The only other female character is played by Mercedes McCambridge, and her name is Emma. And she's the one leading the posse, and she wants to hang these four men without a trial. She's convinced she knows who they are. Why'd she so convinced? Well, one of the men is known as the Dancing Kid, and the Dancing Kid, he rejected Emma and likes Vienna, so I think Emma's a little jealous. There are some theories also that Emma's in love with Vienna, but that's just a theory. Now, Emma definitely represents a Joe McCarthy type character because she is ready to accuse them without any evidence of something they did. She is out for blood, and this was all during the Hollywood blacklisting era, and it's definitely a connection to that and a comment on that. And it's a great cast. You have Sterling Hayden as the title character, Johnny Guitar. You have Ernest Borgnine. You have Ward Bond, who was in so many John Ford westerns. And then you also have John Carradine, who was in just about everything. Johnny Guitar was directed by Nicholas Ray. This is a 2-hour film, but it really speeds by, even though he took 30 minutes at the beginning just set in one setting, and that's the saloon, where we get to know the characters, who they are, what their backstory is, what their motivations are. He liked to make films that focus on people trying to fit into society, but facing obstacles. In such films, he directed like Rebel Without a Cause and In a Lonely Place. Now let's talk about Joan Crawford a little bit. She may not be the most attractive actress around, but those eyes and the eyebrows and that voice of hers is just very commanding and very striking and really get your attention. AFI, the American Film Institute, ranked her as the number 10 best actress on their list of classic female Hollywood stars. She won Best Actress Oscar for Mildred Pierce in 1945. Interestingly, the director of that film, Michael Curtiz, originally wanted Barbara Stanwyck, and we're going to talk about her later. She starred in an early film in 1927 called The Unknown, a silent film with Lon Chaney, and she went on later to say that she learned more from Lon Chaney about acting than she learned from anybody else. Her last really big success was Whatever Happened to Baby Jane in 1962. The bottom line is this is a very exciting, fun, psychological Western. Some people might say it's a feminist Western. Some might categorize it as a noir Western. It's gained a cult classic status, and it's interesting for all those reasons, and also for the commentary on the Hollywood blacklisting. The second Western with a strong female lead character that I want to talk about is 40 Guns, and this is from 1957, And it's the main character is named Jessica Drummond. She is a landowner and very strict and very controlling, and she controls the whole territory. Now, at one point in the film, a U.S. Marshal shows up, and he is there to arrest one of her men. Barbara Stanwyck plays Jessica, and again, we have another very strong, controlling woman in charge. She wears all black, black pants, black leather gloves, black hat, and often carries a whip. In fact, the original title of it was Woman with a Whip. Her entrance at the very beginning of the film, as you can see kind of pictured here, is very impressive. She is galloping quickly on this horse, a white horse. She's wearing all black, and she's followed by 40 of her men, and they're all on black horses. So she really stands out. And at one scene early on, she's sitting at the head of this very long table, and there's 20 men on either side of the table, and you can just see that she's the authority figure there, and they're there. Those men are there to answer to her and to wait on her and to give in to her all the time. The director was Samuel Fuller. He also wrote and produced it. I did another episode on Fuller. He's known for various genres, war films, film noir like Pick Up on South Street, Shot Corridor, The Naked Kiss, and some would say this is a Western noir because it has some dark themes. The characters are loners, and as one person said, if you could transfer everything that happens in this film to a city setting and it works, it's probably a noir. This is a very fast-paced, short 80-minute film. Now let's talk a little bit about Barbara Stanwyck. She was ranked number 11 on that AFI list I mentioned earlier, so she was right behind Joan Crawford. She's best known for Double Indemnity and for Sorry, Wrong Number. She was nominated Best Actress for both, didn't win, but in 1982 got an honorary Oscar. When she made 40 Guns, she was 50 years old, and amazingly, she insisted on doing her own stunts. This includes one incredible sequence where there's a tornado and she is dragged by her feet behind her horse, and that's really her doing it, and she even did 3 takes of it. Even the stuntman said he didn't want to do this scene, but she did it anyways, and she was so good and doing stuff like that that the Stuntman's Association made her an honorary member. Her acting style is very controlled, very still, very direct, and she's got that incredible husky voice. She was known as a consummate professional. She was beloved by actors, directors, and crew members. In fact, she made it a point to know the names of the wives and the kids of all the crew members, so everybody wanted to work with her. This is a great film. The only flaw is a kind of a cop-out ending that softens her character a little bit. The original ending was much darker, and the studio executive said, that's just way too dark. Nobody's going to want to see that. But otherwise, excellent film. So as you can see, not all Westerns are cookie cutter. Some are complex. Some have psychological elements or even comment on the social issues of the day. Some even, as we've seen, have strong female characters involved. You can stream Johnny Guitar on Amazon Prime right now. 40 Guns might be a little difficult to find. Of course, you can buy them if you want to. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment or a suggestion. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Feel free to subscribe. It'd be great. Or you can even share this with your friends and neighbors. Otherwise, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.